Hi, Melanie here, and today I'm showing you how to make this lion balloon wand. I've inflated a 350 twisting balloon to a tail of about 5 fingers. I've given it a good squeeze to make sure it's nice and soft. And the first thing to do is twist a bubble that is about 4 fingers, okay? And then grab hold of that knot and nozzle, fold that over here, and then twist into that twist that you've just made, and twist around several times, okay? Squeeze your balloon again to make sure it's soft, and twist another bubble the same size as the previous one, so about 4 fingers. And then fold the balloon over, and we're going to pull this bubble outwards, and as we do so, twist it around to make a pinch twist, okay? Again, squeeze your balloon to keep it soft, and measure a bubble of about 5 to 6 fingers. Okay, twist and make another bubble of about 4 fingers and twist. And it's important that you hang on to this section here, otherwise your bubbles will come undone. Fold the balloon over. We're going to make another pinch twist. So pull outwards and twist around, okay? We pull outwards to try and reduce the friction of the balloon rubbing against the balloon, the latex rubbing against the latex, and by doing so, we reduce the risk of the balloons popping. Okay, I want another bubble of about 5 fingers, so similar size to this. Twist, squeeze the balloon to make it soft, and make another bubble of about 4 fingers. Twist, and again fold the balloon over, pull the bubble outwards and twist around. Okay, we can squeeze the air to the end of our balloon so that the tip is pretty much fully inflated, and then we want to make another bubble to match this one, so approximately 5 fingers. Twist, and then we can wrap this section, this twisted section, into this section here. So just wrap that around and then pull the stem through the centre of those 2 pinch twists, okay? So this is what you've got. I've inflated another 350 twisting balloon to a long tail of about 7 fingers, and I'm going to make a soft loop. So first of all, give that balloon a good squeeze to soften it, okay? And then I'm going to make a bubble of about 4 fingers. A loop of about 4 fingers, okay? I'm poking my finger through the centre of that loop and then passing that knot and nozzle through to help ensure that loop doesn't come undone. Squeeze the balloon again to keep it soft and make another loop of about 4 fingers. So I'm going to make 1 twist, have a look. Those loops are very similar in size. So twist round and then squeeze the balloon again and then make 1 larger loop. Keep this soft, so of about 5 fingers, and twist, okay? And then we can wrap those loops around one another and snip off the end here, let the air out, and tie. Okie dokie. So you've got this cluster of 3 loops. Next, I've got a 160 twisting balloon in black, and I'm going to inflate this approximately halfway and then let a lot of air out, okay? So I want a nice long stretchy bit here and a bubble of maybe about 5 fingers there. Okay, so tie a knot. So we've got a nice stretchy bit at both ends. And then I'm going to make a bubble of about 2 fingers, okay? And I'm going to make another bubble to match. So I'm twisting another bubble that is very close in size to the first. Then bring those 2 bubbles together, fold them over, wrap them around, and then take this bit of excess here and wrap that through the centre of those 2 bubbles. That a couple of times, and then we can just snip off the end here, let out the air, and we can tie these 2 ends together. Okay, and then once we've done that, I like to tie a second time. Okay, so this is what you've got. I'm using just the tip end of a 350 mocha brown twisting balloon. So if you just have the tip, if you save the tips, this is a perfect opportunity to use that up. So push the tip far down onto your hand pump and just inflate the tip. Okay, I'm going to let that down a little bit. So I've got a bubble of about 3 fingers and I'm going to tie that. Next, I'm inflating a 5-inch balloon all the way and then let the air out. We're downsizing this, so I've stretched out the latex and I'm downsizing so that this balloon sits comfortably in the palm of my hand, and then I can tie that. So I'm going to make a split duplet. So I'm going to position my hands either side of the knot and nozzle and I'm going to twist in opposite directions. Okay, so you can feel the air changing, feel the size of the bubbles changing as you twist, and you need to try and manage the air within those bubbles so that you get a fairly even split. Okay, so that's what you've got. That's what I call a split duplet. So I'm going to take that split duplet and wrap it into the centre of those white loops. Okay, so this is what you've got at the moment. Then take your nose and wrap that around the back of the white loops, and then wrap the tail around the mocha brown and back into the white. And then we take our eyeballs, position them on the top of the nose and just pull them back into those white loops, and then wrap around, and you can bring one of the tails through the centre of the eyeballs and back through the centre. Okay. So this is what you've got. You can take that large loop at the back of the lion's head and just pull that through here. And then take the tails from the eyes and just secure them around the ears. And if you don't have a 160 for the eyes, use a 260 black instead. It will work just as well. I've inflated a 260 to a tail of 2 fingers, and I'm stretching this balloon out to make it as long as possible. And then I'm going to fold this very approximately in half and split the balloon at that point. Okay? And then just take this balloon, wrap it underneath the chin here and around the front of the lion's head, out to the side, and then just cross those 2 balloons over. And then with this knot, I just want you to roll it slightly, and that's just going to allow us to lengthen that balloon a little bit. Okay, and let's squeeze the other side as well and stretch that out. And now we're going to make a very loose spiral. Okay, just spiral those together, and then when you get to the end, tie the 2 ends together. Oops. Okay, wrap them around, okie dokie, and then we can take this around to the front, and again just part the orange balloon here and slip it underneath the chin. Okay, so this is what you've got. And then we can just bring the mane forward, and as we do so, pull one of the ears through, and then do the same thing on the other side. And then we can take a look at the mane and adjust if you want to. And then with a Sharpie, I'm going to draw 3 circles. And then using the flat of the nib, 3 whiskers. And do the same thing on the other side. There's your completed lion wand, and this was the lion that I made a couple of weeks ago. And so he's looking a little bit worse for wear, but I have used a 260 black for the eyes here, and I've used a 6-inch heart balloon just to give him a little tongue. So I thought I'd share him with you just so you can see some adaptations that you can make.